Megan Edwards with MiningIR, and we are here on the final day of the mining investment event in Quebec City. And I'm joined by Christopher Eager, who is the executive chairman of Resouro Strategic Metals Inc, a company advancing critical mineral projects in Brazil. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Megan.
Appreciate it. Christopher, you have over 35 years of experience in the mining industry,
Correct.
including roles in engineering, entrepreneurship, and project finance. Could you share some highlights of your journey and what led you to establish Resouro Strategic Metals?
Well, I guess I've spent most of my career in Latin America. I'm a mining engineer by background. I've worked in mining finance, in debt for structured finance for mining projects with Rothschild. I've been involved in establishing 3 listed mining companies.
Yeah.
The best example of a similar project to Tiros was a copper porphyry project in Peru, where we developed the project from early stage exploration through to bankable feasibility study, and ultimately were acquired by a Chinese company. So investors did very well out of that, 10 and 20 times multiples on their investments.
Right.
So my focus has been on Latin America primarily. And now with the Tiros project, it's the largest and highest grade project that I've seen in my career.
Wow.
Out of any project. So it's a great project to start with.
Absolutely. For those unfamiliar, could you provide an overview of Resouro Strategic Metals and its primary focus within the mining sector?
Okay, we're TSXV listed, RSM, and we're Australian listed, RAU. And we've raised money both in Canada and Australia to develop the Tiros project. We've just announced a 1.9 billion tonne resource at the project at elevated titanium dioxide grades, 12% titanium dioxide, and about 4,000 ppm total rare earth oxides. Now, to put that in context, the nearest largest project in Brazil with just rare earths has about 600 million tonnes at about 2,800 ppm total rare earth oxide. So we're almost double the grade, 3 times the tonnage. So this is an immense project. The titanium dioxide grades are globally at 12%. A typical producing mine for titanium dioxide is a beach sands project, and their typical grade is about 1%. So we got 12 times the grade. But what's really special about it is it's a flat-lying, friable, free-digging layer of clay, which extends for 71 kilometres. It's 40 metres thick. The grade profile down the hole is identical all the way along the 71 kilometres. So we've drilled out 7% of the project. We've got 1.9 billion tonnes in 43-101, and we're taking it through to feasibility study for a demonstration treatment plant.
So Resouro's flagship Tiros project in Minas Gerais, Brazil, has garnered attention for its significant lithium and rare earth elements resources. Could you elaborate on the project's key features and its strategic importance?
Well, firstly, Minas Gerais, the state name is literally General Mines.
Right.
We're next door to the world's largest niobium mine, which produces 90% of the world's niobium.
Right.
We're just south of the Lithium Valley, which has a lot of presence in the market. We've got great infrastructure. We've got highways going to the project from Belo Horizonte, which is the capital city. It's got 5 million people, all the mining services there. We've got hydroelectric power lines from a close by hydroelectric dam, so low carbon, low cost electricity. We've got a very supportive community. So this project is immense in size. We believe the biggest in the world, titanium and rare earths. And we're in a very pro-development area of Brazil,
Right.
Minas Gerais, with the largest iron ore mines in the world, large gold mines, large niobium mine. So it's an ideal place to develop a project.
Absolutely. Recent metallurgical tests at Tiros have demonstrated over 90% recovery rates for magnet rare earths and titanium. How do these results influence the project's development timeline and potential?
Okay, so the metallurgical flow sheet is the only critical issue in the development of the project. So we have this flat clay layer, which is 40 meters thick at surface. So when we come to mining, no drilling, no blasting, just free digging, and then come to processing, no crushing, no grinding, and we feed the plant with the whole package of ore. The metallurgical flow sheet, we've been doing most of our work at the moment leading up to the feasibility for the demonstration treatment plant is on metallurgical test work. And we've got a number of different potential flow sheets. Conventionally, what happens is you separate physical separation of the titanium dioxide and then leaching of the rare earth elements. We do have a flow sheet we're developing, which is a sulfuric acid bake process where we take the material, heat it, crush it, grind it, and then leach out and selectively precipitate each of the components. So we leach with sulfuric acid, and sulfur is very plentiful in Brazil. It's very cheap because Petrobras desulfur their petroleum products. So there's sulfur available. Anglo Gold has sulfur available. So our inputs into the process, in terms of operating costs, are only electricity, which is low cost hydroelectricity, low carbon, environmentally friendly, and sulfur.
Right, gotcha. Resouro is collaborating with Brazil's Magbras initiative to establish a domestic supply chain for critical minerals. How does this partnership enhance the company's objectives and Brazil's position in the global market?
Well, we're very lucky to be in Minas Gerais, General Mines, because the government is very pro-mining development.
Right.
The governor of the province is actually from Araxá, which is the town with the niobium mine near where we live. So the Magbras facility, it's a big consortium with other rare earths producers, aspiring producers like us,
Right.
and Stellantis, Ford, Hyundai, a whole series of groups for offtake. So the supply chain is, we produce the mixed rare earth carbonate. It's like a concentrate. Then there's a next process, which is separation of neodymium, praseodymium, dysprosium, terbium, which go into the magnets. And then there's a demonstration magnet factory already built in Belo Horizonte. And the idea is to build a full production scale magnet factory. So you go from mines to magnets, and then those magnets can either be used domestically. Brazil has a population of 220 million people. So there's a big domestic market, or we've got a railway line at our project that goes to a number of deep water ports. So we're ideally placed to export products from our project.
Okay. What should investors and stakeholders be watching for from Resouro Strategic Metals in the next 6 to 12 months?
Well, the next step is to announce the confirmation of the metallurgical flow sheet for producing the products, then the PEA, and then finally the feasibility study for the demonstration plant. In the demonstration plant, we're looking at building at around 500,000 tonnes per annum, but we're concentrated on the high grade zone, which is the near surface zone, which is 24% titanium dioxide and 9,000 ppm total rare earth oxide. So much higher grade than any other project. And we can produce a lot of material from that. So the demonstration plant, we expect to have economics which are highly lucrative.
If anyone wants to get in touch with you or wants to learn any more information, how do they do that?
Through our website, resouro.com.
Okay.
We're happy to distribute to your listeners my email address.
Okay.
And I'm very happy to talk to individual investors.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Megan.